Imagine waiting for an important message. You sent something earlier. Now you're waiting for the response. Minutes pass, then hours. And slowly, something strange begins happening inside your mind. Your brain starts generating possibilities. Maybe everything is fine, maybe they are busy, or maybe something went wrong. The longer the uncertainty lasts, the more your mind begins exploring different scenarios. Sometimes the possibilities become increasingly negative, and the experience can feel surprisingly uncomfortable. Why does uncertainty affect the brain so strongly? Why does the mind often react more intensely to uncertainty than to a clear negative outcome? To understand this, we need to look at one of the brain's most important functions: prediction. The human brain is constantly predicting what will happen next. Every moment, neural systems are generating models of the future. These predictions help the brain prepare actions, conserve energy, and respond quickly to potential threats. For example, when you reach for a glass of water, your brain predicts how your muscles should move. When you talk to someone, your brain predicts how they might respond. Prediction allows the brain to operate efficiently in a complex world. But here's where it gets interesting. The brain strongly prefers predictable environments. Even when outcomes are negative, predictability allows the brain to prepare. But uncertainty disrupts this entire system. When the brain cannot form a reliable prediction, something unusual happens. Neural alert systems become more active. One important region involved in this process is the anterior cingulate cortex. This region helps monitor conflicts, detect uncertainty, and signal when the brain needs to adjust its expectations. When uncertainty appears, the anterior cingulate cortex sends signals that increase attention and vigilance. But the brain doesn't stop there. Another structure called the amygdala also becomes more active during uncertain situations. The amygdala helps detect potential threats. When outcomes are unclear, the brain treats uncertainty as a possible danger signal, and this leads to an unexpected effect. Uncertainty can activate stress responses even when no immediate threat is present. The brain begins preparing the body for possible problems. Stress hormones may increase. Attention narrows. Mental simulations begin exploring different outcomes. But the brain does something even stranger. Research shows that uncertain threats often activate stronger stress responses than known threats. In other words, not knowing what will happen can feel more stressful than knowing something bad will happen. From a biological perspective, this makes sense. If a threat is known, the brain can prepare a response. But when the situation is unclear, the brain must stay on alert. It keeps scanning for new information, trying to reduce uncertainty, trying to update its predictions. This constant monitoring can create the feeling of mental tension. Your brain is essentially trying to solve a puzzle with missing pieces. And until the puzzle is solved, the system remains active. But in modern environments, uncertainty appears in many everyday situations. Waiting for test results, job decisions, financial outcomes, messages that haven't been answered, social interactions that feel ambiguous. These situations trigger the same ancient prediction systems that once helped humans survive unpredictable environments. But once you understand this mechanism, something important becomes clear. The discomfort of uncertainty is not a personal weakness. It is a biological signal. Your brain is trying to restore a stable prediction about the world. It wants clarity. It wants information. It wants to reduce the unknown. By the way, if you're interested in understanding how the brain and body actually work, this channel explores the science behind those systems. Many everyday mental experiences become much easier to understand once we look at the biological systems behind them. And the brain's response to uncertainty is one of the most powerful examples. Your brain is not designed to enjoy the unknown. It is designed to predict, prepare, and protect. Vera explains the science behind how the human system works. Subscribe if you're curious about the biology of being human.